Hello. Welcome to another episode of Fresh Bar Sports Show. I'm Jabbar Harris. I'm your host and the proprietor. And on this episode of Fresh Bar Sports Show, we're going to be chopping it up with different sports news that's going on in the sports world. There's a lot going on in the world, period. We ain't got time to dive into all that. There's a lot going on in the world, but we just going to keep it to sports. Sorry about the tardiness, a couple minutes late. Ashley was here, started, ready to go. Technical difficulties with the computer system. Glad we got that all out the way, taken care of. All things is good. Ready to go, start the show. Like I said, apologize for the little tardiness, but hey, we here doing non-stop Fresh Bar Sports Show. We get into it. I want to give a shout out to my sponsors. You need fresh gear, fresh clothing, go to Catch Baby Clothing Brand. Also, you need a good bakery, go to Dinara Delights. Also, intro music, Jody Blow Music. Intro music to the Fresh Bar Sports Show, courtesy of Jody Blow Music. Again, appreciate your patience. Also, if y'all haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, YouTube page, the Facebook page, Instagram page. Obviously, you can catch me 6 to 7 every Thursday on the Community Access channel, Channel 16. So please tell people about the show. Want to get the numbers up, want to get the subscribers up. So please tell people about what's going on. Subscribe to the YouTube page, to the podcast feed, however works for you. There's a lot going on in the sports world. I really don't like to be doing too much of this, but I got something else to start my show with. But I just wanted to let it be known because breaking news occurred just about a little over an hour ago or so. Obviously, it's breaking news, so we just gotta chime in with the breaking news real quick. NFL owners unanimously approved $6.5 billion sale of the Washington Commanders, from Daniel Snyder to a group led by Josh Harris. So NFL unanimously agreed to it. And did anything that they possibly could just to get Daniel Snyder up out of there. That's pretty much the gist of that. Now, let me go ahead with my regularly scheduled program. Don't got too much to say on that. We already addressed it down on the Fresh Bar Sports Show about when the announcement of the sale first occurred. So we already got our thoughts out about that. Let's go ahead and dive into some of these notes. WNBA announced Saturday that Phoenix Mercury, the city of Phoenix, they will be the hosting site for next year's All-Star game. It's the third time Phoenix has hosted the All-Star weekend, so they will be having 2024 All-Star weekend game in Phoenix, Arizona next year. Now let's get into the All-Star weekend for the WNBA. Sabrina Ionescu scores a record 37 out of 40. 37 points out of a possible 40 points. What she missed 2 shots. That was to capture the WNBA 3-point contest title. Now, that's a record for both the WNBA and the NBA. Steph Curry, 31. Could you believe it? Tyrese Halliburton, he put up 31. Now, we know this stuff is regardless of the rounds. Sabrina did it in the championship round to win, or the final round. So congratulations to her. Now this whole notion that she could challenge Steph Curry to a 3-point shooting contest. Steph Curry's the greatest 3-point shooter ever known, man. Does she really want to do that? Steph Curry is stronger than her, bigger than her. not only the fact of that, whatever high skilled she thinks she is, it's because she's studying. She got it from Steph Curry. And you know, Steph Curry got a couple little things that he ain't teaching everybody. But that ain't just. But Steph Curry's special with that with the 3-point shooting. He's just special when it comes to the 3-point shooting. So yes, we can see something like that at the NBA All-Star Weekend. All that is just going to cause Steph Curry to, rise to the occasion, and he's just going to be. He might go 40 out of 40 if that's the case. But like I said, it'll be entertaining to see. But it ain't no chance. It ain't no way at all. Anybody truly beating Steph Curry in a legit 3-point shootout contest, all things being equal. Now let's get into the some other WNBA things that was going on, the skills challenges and stuff like that from the NBA All-Star Weekend. Aces duos, Kelsey Plum and Chelsea Gray won the skills challenge over. Excuse me about that. Some breaking news was coming in about the Yankees, but I got distracted with that. Some breaking news was coming in about the Yankees, but excuse me, I had lost where I was at with my notes. Aces duo of Kelsey Plum and Chelsea Gray had beat Liberty's duo of Sabrina and Vandersloot in the skill challenges that they were participating in for the All-Star Weekend for the WNBA. Now let's get to the game. The WNBA All-Star Game that took place Saturday night. Team Stewart 143-127 win over Team Wilson. Jamel Lloyd wins the WNBA All-Star MVP with a record 31 points in said game. Brittany Griner dunks, doing her thing. Sabrina, 3 straight 40-pointers like it was nothing. And then Lloyd, first 4-point of the whole game. 4 defenders at times was keeping Brittany Griner. The ladies put on a show. It was a great game. I appreciate the effort that we saw out there, and the showmanship that it was putting under. So it was entertaining. It was good. Brittany Griner, 18 points, 13 rebounds. Breanna Stewart, 9.6 rebounds, 9 assists. Lloyd, 31 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Sabrina, 18.6 rebounds, 8 assists in 20 minutes off the bench. Aja, 20 points, 5 rebounds. Strike, 18.6 rebounds, 5 assists. Kelsey, 30 points, 5 assists. Ryan Howard, 16 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. WNBA resumed the rest of their season this past Tuesday. Now some other WNBA news. Dwayne Wade, NBA great, Hall of Famer, is joining the WNBA Chicago Sky ownership group. You know, Wade is from Chicago, and Chicago, everything in Chicago near there to start. So this is good. Wade's exact ownership percentage has not been disclosed. Pretty sure it's something pretty high. Ain't nothing crazy, I guess, like majority maybe, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty high up there. And he's probably going to have some. There's not just a money making thing. I'm pretty sure he's going to be changing the culture around there and doing some things to change some the way they move around there. Even though they just, in courtesy of Candace Parker coming back to home, they just they did win a championship. Was it 3 or 4 years ago or so. So congratulations to Candace Parker for going back home and getting the championship and seeing what it was. Okay, I did what I did. The situation it's crazy because what they been so far in the playoffs last year, but she just know them aces doing their thing. And might as well go ahead and just join them, especially like the benefits that she was talking about for the locker rooms and not even just the locker rooms, just the way they treat them as a priority and things are sacred to the females team and not in partnership or not shared with the men's team or somebody else's team is this is all practice facility. Everything is designed, especially made for them only. So. But Dwayne Wade, interesting. Like I said, I can't wait to see what he's going to do with the Chicago Sky because I know he's going to be implementing some great things that's going to change the team culture around for the good, from the higher ups on the way down to the players. So congratulations to Dwayne Wade on that. And also, LeBron James will be changing his number from again. Changing his number back to 23 from 6, excuse me. He's changing the number back to 23 from 6 in honor of Bill Russell. His jersey has been retired across the board throughout the league. And to honor his greatness and his passion. They made it that last year. They still honor the people whoever already was wearing 6 to allow them to continue to wear 6. LeBron James, out of respect, he's going to give the number 6 up and go back to the number 23. We understand as Bill Russell, he's passing on a great that he provided for the NBA. But everybody knows Michael Jordan is great too and considered the GOAT. So you're going back to 23. We know Michael Jordan is alive. We understand that. I get that. But dang, we out of respect because he's passing and his Michael Jordan. While he's here, we need to appreciate him. Don't let it be too late till after Bill Russell died. They need to retire Michael Jordan's number across the board. I don't know why they're not retiring 23 across the board. Everybody was growing up said they want to be like Mike, respectfully. I mean, it is what it is, but that's why I commend the Miami Heat for doing that. Michael Jordan's greatness is so great. Pat Riley and the crew, I don't know why they ain't even retired his number up across the board, but we gonna do it here too. And they ain't never played there. But I commend LeBron for that. We get it, but man, get to a new number. Just go with number 1 or something. Yeah, I'm just saying, even though you're not number 1, just go with a new number. You know what I mean? But hey, they already still had jerseys of the 23, ready to sell that didn't get all sold out because people was buying the number 6. And so I know they still have some in stock, so now they're ready to pump them things back out again. It's crazy. Social media thinks. Suns signed Bobo for a 1-year deal. He age 23. And social media seems to think the Suns is winning the championship. This is the end-all, be-all. This is what the Suns needed. Yada, yada. Come on, man. Bobo. Look him up. Look at his highlights. Look at the stats. There's not even really nothing to say. Unless he's got his weight up, I'm not inclined to think differently. And when I say his weight up, got a low level of strength, with some muscle, some girth on him, some strength, and to be posing as well on little guys and be dominating out there. And no, I'm not talking about just, bagging somebody down, but being aggressive, getting big on them with your height and your length. And you have a high level of wanting more and aggressive, all that. But that would be nice. You got DeAndre Ayton, you got Bobo, you got Kevin Durant, you got I guess Bradley Beal will be playing the shooting guard, and you got Devin Booker playing the point guard. Hey, that's a nice, big lineup to the fullest. Bradley Beal's the smallest person, what 6'2", 6'3". Bradley Beal probably like 6'4". Bradley Beal probably about 6'4", yeah. But I'm saying that's still a pretty big lineup. Bradley Beal's the shortest person on the squad at 6'4". I mean, on the lineup, but the starting five lineup. So that'd be interesting if those two big men come to play, DeAndre Ayton and Bobo. DeAndre Ayton, he said he heard the chatter, he heard the noise, and all that stuff like that. He in the lab, he working, he got something to prove this season. He get it. I understand everybody says a lot, everybody tweets a lot. I ain't trying to hear too much of that, nor read any of that. Let my eyes see you ball out. That's all we need to know. I don't care about none of the quotes. I really don't. Is you or isn't you? Is you or is you not balling? Are you doing your thing on the court or not? That's all that really matters to me, because you could say the excuses. Everybody got the excuses lined up. You could miss me with it. Plenty of people got the excuses in the holster, ready to go. Miss me with it. I'm not here for none of that. If you're hurt, if you're sick, stay your behind home. Say, man, you know what I mean? You don't got it. This ain't it. Let me get my, let me get ready. Let me get in the right headspace. Let me get my health right and come back. Because only going out there and be having some bad games and talk about all this, that, and the third is going on. Like, everybody knows. We don't care about none of the excuses. All we know is you showed up to play, but you didn't really show up at all. You get it? All we know is you was on that court, you were on that field. We see you, and you're wearing your jersey, and we expect you to play like you. Regardless of the circumstances, regardless of what's going on, regardless of whatever elements you're dealing with, if you're on the field of play, you need to be balling and doing your thing. That's what it's not just fans. It's not just media. The brotherhood, the sisterhood, the teammates know it. They know if you don't got it, if you're gonna be hurting us, that's somebody else to get in there and see what they can do. Everybody that plays knows that. So, like I said, we was always interested to see what the Suns was going to do, after the move they already did make early in the off season. Now, this is just, reiterating that fact. So, we'll see how the season goes along. And for real, me, I'm like, just wait till the playoffs come, because you're going to have Kevin Durant missing games. You're going to have Devin Booker missing games. You're going to have Bradley Beal missing games. Well, I don't know. I don't know if he was missing games because of health or they just wasn't playing him that much, because that whole Magic situation. They were just being garbage down the Magic. So, I mean, who knows what's up? So that's too to be determined. And DeAndre Ayton. Come on, man. Well, when you showing up and showing out consistently, being a 7-footer, dominating down there in the paint, doing your thing. Boards, blocks, getting putbacks, get easy points in the paint, and dominating the game, having a tremendous effect on the game. If you're not doing that, come on, man. Like, I don't even know what you're even doing there. We understand you really don't want to be there. We get that. We understand the situation. Now, the new coach, Frank Vogel, Monty Williams, the person that you ain't had the problem with, he ain't there no more. Pretty sure you rubbed some people the wrong way with how that transpired between you and Monty Williams, but we all said you and Booker bumping heads there. Hey, you got a lot to prove, man. You definitely got a lot to prove. So yet again, this is definitely just doubles down the fact that the odds is gonna be magnifying what everybody's doing on the Suns. Also, a part of that, I'm like, Bobo, really? I don't know how, I don't know, the reasons for it. Maybe, because this was just a clear that cat move. I mean, it didn't really matter because, he's, a non-factor pretty much. But Suns, in the process of doing that, they traded Cameron Payne to the Spurs for future second-round picks. They traded Cameron Payne, and to get rid of him and his money, they had to offer up a future second-round pick. and they got exchange, the Suns' future second round pick in exchange. Also, 3 future second round picks from the Magic in exchange for a second round and a first round pick swap. So when they be doing all that stuff, I'm like, now what is going on? But yeah, that's just the details of that NBA transaction. Moving on to another topic. Stephen Curry wins American Century Golf Championship. This was Eagle on 18th. And the final hole, this was this past Sunday. You know, the fans in the crowd was, oh my gosh, great part because the guy, oh my gosh, because I didn't have his name written down because the story was about him. But the guy who Steph Curry beat out because he was definitely going to lose to that guy, the runner-up. He botched a shot because a fan yelled out while he was in, and Steph Curry came and did his thing. Because obviously, if he would make that shot, it wouldn't allow Steph Curry to come back and win. Titans. Oh, this was took place in St. Louis, Nevada. Moving on to Titans, signed wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins. He's 31 of age to a 2-year deal worth up to $15 million with a base salary $12 million per year. So for the 2 years, so he made out good. Like the reports are, this was the best offer that was out there. So he went with that. I guess all things being equal. I mean, he could have went to a playoff situation, but it was going to be for some low money, probably about half that, probably about 7 up to 10 or 11. You know what I mean, something like that. But he's like, man, the 12 guaranteed. I mean, get up to 3 more million. I'm gonna take that, and it ain't too bad. You get to play with Derrick Henry. Now the whole quarterback carousel situation over there, that's still to be determined what's going on with that. Yeah, man, because he knows their window's short, especially with Derrick Henry. It ain't like he's gonna be balling out another 3 years. With his big self and all the hits that he's taking. I know he take care of himself, but he gonna be like, man, I ain't gonna want to keep taking too much of these hits, or the hits is gonna be taking the toll on him, and he ain't gonna be able to, he just gonna be big out there, and ain't gonna be able to move as quickly and fast as he has been. Oh, I got a caller calling in right now. So we're gonna see what's going on. Got a caller calling in right now, joining us. Who's on the phone right now? You know what I mean?
You already know who on the phone, man.
Yeah, my man's JoJo.
Yeah. You don't know me by that. You know me by Tony the Tiger, baby. Come on.
Yeah, got my
49 days away. 49 days away to the NFL kickoff.
Okay. Hey, since you Tony the Tiger, how you feel about Tiger Woods' ex-girlfriend Erica Herman? She dropped a $30 million lawsuit against him. She was trying to get some money from him because he threw her out the crib. Since we talking Tiger stuff.
All that is get quick rich schemes.
Come on, yeah, and they wasn't even married. Like, what did you thought you had rights to? Like
nothing. See, in today's generation, people don't want to work. It's how can I get rich?
Yeah, the schemes.
I'm not doing none of that. I was raised on work hard, earn your money that way. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying go out there and do slave work. You know what I'm saying? But, you got to put the work in to become successful, man.
Yes, exactly. Okay, I was just talking about because I was just touching on this while you called. How you feel about the Titans signing 31-year-old wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins for a 2-year, up to $15 million, $12 million base salary? How you feel about that? I was just saying that
I actually I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that I felt, I want to get your feeling about. I was just saying I felt like it was a money move on his part because that was that's the reports there. That was the team that was paying him the most money. Because obviously the playoff teams they was offering significantly less than the guaranteed $12 million a year. So that was just his move on his side. But then for the Titans side, I mean it ain't make no difference like for them like to have playoff success or even make the playoffs for real. I mean, I don't even know what's going on. Their quarterback situation is still to be determined. I don't, because like I just said, like their team is not really like a good. They don't really have a good team. Offense, defense. They got parts, they got pieces, but like as a collective unit, like the addition is not like they're gonna be doing something in the playoffs. So that was just my feelings on for both sides.
For DeAndre, I like the move.
Why you do that?
I'm going to say for DeAndre, I like the move, yes and no. I like it for the point to where, black man got his bag, go ahead and go get it.
But he been getting money.
I don't like the move. I don't like the move because DeAndre is not a top 5, probably not even top 10 wide receiver no more. He doesn't have that explosive speed to blow you down the sideline. Can he still go catch the 50-50 balls? Pause. Of course. He still got big hands. He's going to go up there and get it. Yeah. For the Titans, I don't like the move because we already know you're a rebuild mode. Mm-hmm. We know that. So I think they signed him more to bring fans to the games. We got a superstar named wide receiver. So fans are going to come just because they want to see DeAndre play in the Titans jersey. If DeAndre really wanted to win a ring, he would have took maybe a $10 million contract.
Exactly. That's where I'm at with it. He don't want to win.
Kansas City, Eagles.
He know he ain't winning there.
Baltimore,
that Tennessee,
Jets. It's definitely a plethora of teams that he had potential to get a ring if he would have taken. So he went and got his bag.
That's
at a certain point. To me, some of these athletes have to stop worrying about the bag and go chase that ring. If you already got a bag, bro,
exactly.
Go to a team to where, do the Odell Beckham thing. I already got my bag. Mm-hmm. I already made a name for myself in the NFL. What am I? Now it's time for me to get a ring.
Exactly.
Antonio Brown did the same thing. Mm-hmm. I'm always going to be one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. I'm gonna go get me a ring with Tom Brady, Odell Beckham. I'm gonna go get me a ring with Sean McVay. You know what I'm saying? So at a certain point in basketball and football, athletes have to. Once you're past your prime, you got to stop chasing a ring, bro. I mean, you got to stop chasing a bag and chase a ring.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and we all know, and then even people that actually playing at the levels. I mean, it's notorious. People know and you can see it with their actions and how they move. People don't care about nothing. Like players don't care about nothing but making money. Like they don't care about winning. They care about making things look good to get paid, but they don't really. They sleeping good now, being in the playoffs. They sleeping perfectly great, not even thinking twice about it. No regrets.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree with that. And as fans who stick our hard-earned money into certain sports teams or whatever the case may be, we kind of get disappointed because it's like, all right, we understand you want your bag. Go ahead and get your bag. But then we at least want to win.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You content with losing and going to the strip club at the end of the night? Like, nah, I'm not for none of that.
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying. But even like players do, like I'm just using this as a latest example because he just spoke about it on Tuesday with Draymond Green. Draymond, I tapped in with Patrick Beverly in the Draymond Green interview that dropped on Tuesday, and they talked about many things. But one of the things they was talking about that. It pisses them type Draymond Green and Patrick Beverly because them two, their mindsets and their mentalities is one and the same. When guys ain't giving it they all and them as their teammates know, they not giving they all. They know they BSing. They know they just trying to make things look good just to get paid, but they not taking the loss hard as Patrick Beverley and Draymond Green is. That's why they get frustrated with certain teammates or let them have it because because you can see who really cares about winning or losing. And like Patrick Beverley said, Patrick Beverley not getting paid the hundreds of $1 millions like Draymond and some of the other superstars getting paid $20 million. But Patrick Beverley is saying like, this is what it's about. We all rich. We all got money. We already did the women things. We already got everything that we want. What is it about? We trying to win. What do you want? Like, and like that's like some of the frustrations they have with their teammates because I mean it is true. Like, and even like as it like a smaller level, you get frustrated with your teammates if you know they not it's not bothering them no way one way or another if y'all win or lose, and that bothers you as a true competitor trying to give it your all out there.
Well, I would be the same way because. If I'm on a football team or a track team and I see somebody, half-assing it, and I'm like, and I knew they could have, and I know for a fact, in my heart of hearts, they could have done better. Yeah, I'm on their ass, like, like, come on, like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, that I don't care attitude. I don't like that I don't care attitude. Yeah. I don't like to even associate myself with people who have a I don't care attitude.
Because you don't want that rubbing off on you or just, taking what you got going on.
Yeah.
But let me move on to another to football topic situation. I mean, we're gonna touch on stuff that you want to touch on. But let me ask you feelings about Cowboys All-Pro guard Zach Martin, reportedly not going to show for camp, frustrated with the team direction. Obviously, he wants to get a bit more money, and they're not winning. On top of that, okay, I'm going to stay in this loser situation. I need more money, and y'all know I'm the best thing I got on the line. So what are we talking about here? Really, what are we talking about here?
I think I understand where he's coming from a player standpoint. But I also understand the Cowboys from a business standpoint. After they signed Ezekiel Elliott to that big contract and he was a shell of himself ever since, I think the Cowboys are scared to do that again because it's like they lost out on money. Essentially, yes, he played, but did he play to the potential he could have played to? No. So I it kind of swings both ways for me. I understand both sides of the story. But if I had to pick a side, I would probably, this would be the first scenario you would probably ever hear me say, I'd probably pick the Cowboys side over the player side just because of, the Ezekiel Elliott situation. And as a player, you plan for the Cowboys, you have to understand that. Yes, everybody's not Ezekiel Elliott. We understand that. But nobody's saying we can't give you more money, but how much more money do you want? I'm pretty sure he's asking for more, I'm pretty sure he's asking for more money than...
Yeah, he's getting $6 million. He's scheduled to get $6 million this year. They're not trying to restructure it or they're not trying to do a deal with him.
No, yeah.
I mean, he's the best offensive line. Man, y'all ain't saying I got $6 million for you. Come on, man.
No. He got the $6 million, so he's probably trying to get $12 million this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You saying I only got $6 million for you? Yeah, he want the double digits. He the best on their line. Now, if y'all acting like that, Steelers' offensive line been struggling. I'll be happy to pay him 10 or 11 a year. Happy. Do we need to just throw in a second round pick to make a trade happen or something? Like, what we talking about here? Because my offensive line is sorry, and they rebuilding, they working. I can get a nice solid piece like that, and to help solidify and help the line a little more, and help the younger offensive linemen grow a little faster and see what it really looks like. That'll do a team like my team tremendous. So that's how I look at it. I don't know what y'all doing because y'all removing from y'all got it. They must got their backup balling out in practice or something that I don't know about to be feeling comfortable like this. That's just my feeling,
Yeah, the NFL's coming to where if you're not a quarterback or a wide receiver, Pastor probably not trying to pay you. That's what the NFL's coming to. The players need to understand that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
what players need to do is they need to fight after your rookie contract. Players need to start fighting. Players need to start fighting for that big contract right after your rookie contract. So regardless, you're set. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, now we're about to go into it right now. How you feel about these running backs getting together? Because the running backs is complaining. They voicing their how they feel about the disrespect, the devaluing of the running back position, the underpaid of what's considered to be top running backs in the league, etc. I mean, come on, man. I mean, you got Alvin Kamara making $17 million a year. He ain't my top nothing. Then you got the next person who he ain't my top running back of anything. Then you got who I believe personally is the best running back in the league. He's $2 million less. Derrick Henry is making $15 million. $2 million less than.
Sorry to cut you off, but he's not better than Josh Jacobs. Anyway, go.
Yeah. But and what's going on with Josh Jacobs? I mean, he didn't get paid yet either. But he didn't. Yeah, but I'm just saying, all the running backs are complaining about getting paid. But I'm just saying what's currently the top.
I 100% agree with all the running backs getting together and moving out. Because the NFL, from my inside sources and what Uncle Scheffler's texting me, like some NFL teams might get rid of the running back position in general.
Wow. Yeah, let's call them when they shot with it this season. All the running backs going straight. Of course they getting fined. You know what I mean? When I mean they fined, they getting the game checks taken from them.
Josh Jacobs. Hold on. Excuse me. Josh Jacobs and Saquon Barkley won't get fined because they're on they got a franchise tag. So if they don't show up,
because they ain't signed the tag. Because they ain't signed the tag.
Yeah. Now
the other people that's under contract. That's why, because the people that's already under contract, they're going to be missing games, so they're going to get the game checks taken away from them. But I'm saying, like, you got to y'all want to remove the running back position. All right, all the running backs, we're not playing this year. Let's do that at like last minute type of stuff. Not during the off season. I'm talking about do the preseason. All right, bring it up to the regular season. Boom. What y'all gonna do? Y'all can't even call like practice squad people with that, because I'm talking about like get all the running backs. Find a way to get all the practice squad running backs, all that in cahoots. You know what I mean? And then, hey, if you need to, let your team in on what's going on, certain people, whatever that so you don't, have your brethren be blindsided of what's going on. But I personally believe this all comes back to what I had brought up about like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Just as I showed by myself that we was just over here rambling. But I'm glad I got you on here now so I could talk to you about this, because I proposed a situation because you got franchise that values is multiple billions of dollars, owners values personally is billions of dollars and stuff like that. The higher ups, they got money. So what I'm going with this is, don't raise the salary cap. Don't do it. Y'all want to keep having control labor costs and et cetera, yada, yada. We got all that. But we're not going to be having this excuse of y'all got to pay the quarterbacks, more than half y'all, 70% of y'all salary cap, and y'all don't got money to pay nobody else. How about we do this? We designate, not if you want to pay a quarterback some franchise money, it will be like, you can name whatever you want to name it. I just named it a quarterback franchise contract. That means whatever the highest paid quarterback is getting that's in the salary cap, that's the minimum they can get. They can get paid whatever amount that's higher than the highest paid quarterback that's like under the salary, because they're getting hit with, like, instead of like a franchise tag, it'd be like a franchise quarterback contract that's like the coach's contracts where it's not against the salary cap at all. You could really pay a coach whatever amount that you deem necessary. So my thing is, say that the highest paid quarterback is making 150, they can get no less than 151. They can get 400. They can get 400 for the 5 years or whatever the case may be. Whatever you and your agent negotiate with, with that, it just don't affect the salary cap at all. You see what I'm saying? So now you're not adding a 54 roster spot. It's still the same 53-man roster spot. So boom, the salary cap is still what it is. Now that 30, 40, 50 million that you would have been paying towards your quarterback for 1 year, You could bust that down, and you know what? I'm gonna pay my running back about 15, 20 million because I got extra money to spend because it's part of the salary cap, and you know you got a floor that you got to spend in the salary cap thing and all that, etc. That salary cap, you know, that don't change. You just have more money to pay the other 52 men on your roster.
Yeah, well, see what's happening with the running back position. For people who really watch football, and I ain't talking about, you know, you just get together with your family, but actually watch and take a liking to football and, you know, thinking outside of just Sundays. What's happening is, one, these are the two things, or the two people, or however you want to word it, who fucked up the running back position. One is everybody thinks they're the fucking Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs drafted a running back, and he did great last year, and yada, 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 right? Okay, so now everybody think they can be Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs. The other person who really fucked up the running back position, who really fucked up the market, was Ezekiel Elliott. Everybody's scared to sign a running back and think they're going to fall off. Now, am I with the running backs on getting paid? Yes, I'm definitely with the running backs on getting paid. Not even just Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs. They need to get paid. So regular people like us who go to work every day, when we get called into the office for our raises, whether it's 6 months, yearly, quarterly, whatever, what are we getting? Why are we getting that raise? Based off of performance, yes or no? So Josh Jacobs, and this is a fact, Josh Jacobs and Saquon Barkley are the top two running backs in the NFL. Top two. So my thing is, and this goes over time, you cannot win a Super Bowl without a top 15 defense, a top 15 receiver, a top 15 quarterback, and a top 15 running back. It's just never happened. Now, you might not have necessarily a top 15 running back, but you got a top 5 receiver and a top 5 defense, or, you know, your defense might be subpar, but you have the best running back and a top 15 receiver. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa. The running back position is very, very, to me, is very important in football.
Me too. I mean, it's like Najee Harris, my running back said, it sets the tone, and you need that to you know, keep applying pressure to the defensive line, and especially when you got a bruiser running back, and not necessarily just a bruiser running back, but somebody that you constantly just can get and can move the chains. Man, in the fourth quarter, they don't want to. Man, them linebackers don't want to tackle at that point. You know, they've been working on the whole game. So, especially, you know, when obviously if they're a bigger running back, you know, they really don't even want to tackle in the fourth quarter. But like I said, even if you're a faster running back, you just, you know, constantly making them work the whole game. You know, it's going to take a toll on you late in the fourth quarter. So that's critical. And you have downs that you absolutely, it's critical that you run the ball and you move the chains. Like, you know, those moments throughout the game.
Yeah. Now, what I can say is, because of the running backs are one of the first players, or one of the first positions out of the NFL, right? By between 27 and 30, if you're a running back, you're done in the NFL, unless you're a backup.
And like you said,
and that's just because of the position that you play and
they need backups.
The that you take.
You need backups.
Now, so say I was the Giants, say I was the Titans, and say I was the Vegas Raiders. I would pay my running back easily. Okay, what do you want? 12 million a year? Okay, I'll give you 12 million a year. I'll give you, 24 guaranteed. Sign you to a 4-year contract. 24 guaranteed. But what I would do is, if your performance is like I would set goals in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, for you to get this fully guaranteed, I need 1,000 yards rushing, and you can't miss no more than like 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, that's why they got like what's guaranteed and then stuff that you can earn up to. That's what they do. It's just depending on the legal, the legality of your contract and the fine print, the stuff, the fine print that the language that you put in your contract is okay. If they cut you, how much is the dead salary cap hit that they take? Because that's what determines whether they're gonna want to cut you or not, regardless. Because they'll do the deal, and if it ain't too crazy salary cap hit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, because it more so happens in the NFL than it does the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
NFL has a big problem, and like I said, I understand where owners are coming from. I guess everybody but the quarterback position, personally, wide receiver, your lineman, and your running back and your tight end, they sign that big contract and they get comfortable and they get lazy. Mm-hmm. And I understand where the NFL people are coming. So with that being said, that's what I mean by I would work something out. You have to keep these numbers up for us to fully pay you. You understand what I'm saying? So let's just say I say 24 million guaranteed. Yeah, but if you only get 600 yards rushing the next year after you sign this big contract, okay, we might only pay you $5 million.
But are you saying that and we hand you the ball 25, 30 times a game? Or are you saying that we only hand you 15, 20 times a game because we're throwing the ball for 50 attempts a game? We're throwing the ball 50 attempts a game.
Well,
you see what I'm saying? How are we playing?
Well, all of that would be worked out. All of that would be worked out because now if I was Josh Allen or Saquon Barkley, now y'all trying to play me out of my money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because now you're trying to throw the ball, so I don't.
Exactly, like
So like,
and they do that, and football they do that. Coaches like, because Shannon Sharp and other football players they say, coaches get told from the hires up. Somebody's due for a bonus if they get such and such, stat line. Don't feed them today. You know what I mean?
Marcus Mariota, the year before last, is the year the Raiders went to the playoffs and we lost to the Bengals. That one game Marcus Mariota played, he came in the first quarter. Mm-hmm. If Marcus Mariota would have started that game, Yeah,
because they got to win like so many starts, percentages of the starts, and you get
Yeah. He would have got like a guaranteed like million or something like that.
Same thing with Baker Mayfield. If he would have got but when he got traded to the Panthers this past year, he would have got a certain amount of money. But they like, man, we ain't playing him all them things, man. Sit down.
Yeah. So now if I'm an NFL team, I wouldn't have a problem paying my running back, but it would definitely be some clause in here because I'm not gonna give you this money and you get lazy on me. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't see Josh Jacobs or Saquon Barkley getting lazy after a big contract. And the only reason I say that is because we knew Ezekiel Elliott was a partier before he signed the big contract.
Exactly.
We seen him in Cancun. We seen him not showing up for practice, taking place. We seen the red flags before I gave him that big contract. When have you ever heard anything bad either on the off season or during the season about Saquon Barkley or Josh Jacobs? Never.
Yeah, you're right.
They've been in the league for 4 years now.
He been good, out of trouble, working hard. I'm a good person. You know what I mean? But that is true. That people say, like, not just sports and all walks of life, that really gets to millions of dollars. People say money really reveals the person who you really want to be. So obviously, if you was you're a good guy, humble person, to get to the bag, and you get that bag, and then you start being arrogant and being crazy. That's who you really wanted to be, but you couldn't afford to be that. You see?
Yeah.
But and obviously you got all the stories that people don't talk about like that. People getting the money and being humble, being kind, still treating people like equal. You know.
But even Josh Jacobs said last year, at the end of the season, I think it was the last game or something like that. He was on the NFL Network, and he said He said, I made enough money to be rich for the rest of my life. I don't care about the money. He said, but if the Raiders want to, if they want me to take the shoulder the workload, you got to pay me to be the superhero. So the Raiders traded away Derek Carr for Jimmy Garoppolo. Everybody knows I'm a big Derek Carr fan, but nothing comes over the Raiders. Now, with that being said, you trade a Spider-Man for Spider-Man. Personally, me, right? You trade away Darren Waller. Devontae Adams is not happy. So Josh Jacobs in his head is like, I would have played on a franchise tag if you would have kept Darren Waller, if you would have kept Derek Carr, things of that nature. Bro, Derek Carr, top 15 quarterback. Josh Jacobs, top 3 running back. Devontae Adams, top 3 wide receiver. Darren Waller, top two tight end. So all we would have had to do is work on the defensive side of the ball. I think Josh Jacobs, if everything was still intact, how it was before, fuck McDaniels came in, and sunk the fucking shit. Excuse my language. I think Josh Jacobs would have played on a franchise tag because we were literally a cornerback and a middle linebacker away from a Super Bowl, bro. And I'm like realistically, bro.
Okay.
How do you have, and for Saquon Barkley's standpoint, if it wasn't for Saquon, the Giants wouldn't even have went to the playoffs, bro.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right about that.
Daniel Jones is not a franchise quarterback. He's like, I wouldn't even put him in the cat. You have your Patrick Mahomes, your Brett Favre's, your Tom Brady's, your Aaron Rodgers, your Joe Burrows. You have that category of quarterbacks, right? Then you have your Derek Carrs, your Kirk Cousins, the second tier quarterbacks that show flashes of greatness. They're just not consistent. They're just not consistent enough with their greatness, right?
Yes.
Then you have, your third tier, your Andy Daltons, your Jameis Winstons, to where, you stick them in, they can take you, your Ryan Fitzpatrick, they can take you 3-4 games and 400 or 500 passing yards a game, right? After then you want to put Daniel Jones is, bro. If I'm drafting a quarterback and Daniel Jones is mobile, we know that.
Yeah.
I'm picking Andy Dalton, bro. I'm picking the Bengals, not Andy Dalton of now. Talking
I know what
the
you're
Bengals,
saying.
Going to the playoffs every year, shit like that. Bro, I'm picking Andy Dalton over Daniel Jones. So, Saquon Barkley, regardless, I think should be fighting for his money.
Okay.
I think the only reason Josh Jacobs is fighting for his money is because it's like, bro, realistically, I'm a Raiders fan, but I think Josh McDaniels is in. I personally, I think he's in rebuild mode. That's just personally what I'm thinking. So I think that's why Josh Jacobs is fighting. You're in rebuild mode. We're not going to the playoffs. I'm not playing on a franchise tag. It's not happening. Pay me what I want now, or I can go somewhere else. Josh Jacobs go to Baltimore, Super Bowl. Kansas City, Super Bowl. Eagles, Super Bowl. No, I would say the Bengals, but they got a decent running back over there.
They got 2-man running back tandem. I don't think most teams is going to the 2-man running back tandem. I actually like the 2-man running back tandem. I mean, if people might not even remember this, but I mean, people that really know football. I mean, we had the great one running backs, but you had teams doing 2-man. The Chiefs, the original Chiefs. Priest Holmes and the fast running back that broke the Priest Holmes and Larry Johnson. Not that he wasn't a fast running back. Priest Holmes and Larry Johnson. That was the original 2-man tandem.
Do you remember Kareem Hunt and Jamal Charles for Kansas City though?
Oh, okay, yeah. Warren Dunn and the Falcons, and they had a 2-man running back tandem. I can't forget them. And my Steelers, when we won that Super Bowl in 2005, You know we had the bus. And don't y'all ever forget about the fast Willie Parker going off a 75-yard run in the Super Bowl. At that time, that was the longest run yard from scrimmage for a touchdown, 75 yards to the house, touchdown. I mean, but before the Super Bowl, we was always doing like that. You know, obviously that was Jerome Bus last year, so you know we was grooming in Willie Parker. But man, I got 2 minutes and we gotta get up out of here. I gotta get one more question in before we go. I gotta get you gotta call back another time because there's something else totally that's not football related I want to ask you. But I gotta get your feelings about the Marcus Peters cornerback signing. We know he's not the cornerback number one. That was only the cornerback that y'all was missing again to the Super Bowl. But how do y'all feel about his signing?
I obviously, you know, like I text our personal text personal text group that day. I'm for it. Marcus Peters is not, you know, your Jalen Ramsey or the boy from the Jets.
Yeah, but he's solid number 2. Definitely a solid number 2 now.
You know, yes. Nate Hobbs. A lot of people probably, if you don't like the Raiders, you don't know who Nate Hobbs is. I think this is his 3rd year. Yeah, this is his 3rd year in the NFL. His 1st year, he led the league in, I think, man coverage or something like some. So it was one of those weird stats, you know. NFL Live be putting up. I personally like it because Marcus Peters, you still got to account for him. You know, I wouldn't say I'm not screaming Super Bowl into Josh McDaniels is not the head coach for the Raiders, but me personally, I like it. He can get in there. We drafted two rookies, 2 cornerback rookies this year. You know, I don't watch college like that, but you know what Uncle Adam is texting me and the highlights that I've seen and a couple of Raider beat writers, they have potential. So I think Marcus Peters is a good move, a good solid move for this season, but also not even just a solid move. He's also a great mentor. So on the Raiders aspect of things, I really I really like it, and I'll be the first to tell you, if Marcus Peters signs with the Raiders, JoJo will be getting a Marcus Peters jersey.
Okay, man. Okay. Yo, yeah, you know I'm gonna grind you up about this, man. I gotta go, man. The show's a wrap. Yeah, I'm gonna be messaging you. I'm grinding you up about this. Now JoJo gonna be having a Marcus Peters jersey, and it's gonna be white too. It's not even gonna be the black one. He ain't a real Raiders fan. It's gonna be white. It's not even gonna be a black with the silver Raiders jersey. He likes the white.
Nah, the only white Raiders jersey I got is Marshawn Lynch. Everything else, yeah.
Yo,
personally, though, so
yo, bro, I love you, man. I appreciate you doing this, man. I'm gonna get up with you. Hey, I gotta get up out of here, man. We're gonna let this cook, let the marinade, let it bubble up. I don't got time to close anything else out. This is another episode of Fresh Bar Sports Show. We up out of here. I ain't even got nothing. Down the road, everything, you know.